Hello. In this video we're going to be swapping out all the light bulbs in a Kawasaki Versys X300. We're going to swap them out all LED. So with the starting point being our 4 blinkers, we're going to go with LED, and these just come apart with a little Phillips screw right here. The lens comes off and you swap those out. That's a real simple thing to do on all 4 corners of the bike. With that, there's a relay that has to come out or be swapped out. The original is like a mechanical, and then the replacement is for LED. It's an electrical type of approach. The relay is this little box that I'm pointing my finger at here. It just slides onto a metal, flat metal like blade coming off the frame, and the relay itself has like a flat finger. Oops, the light bulb. I hope I don't suck at this. The blade, and then the one I chose has this little pigtail. This is a real common 2-pin relay, and the one I chose is a pigtail because Kawasaki here, they give you no slack on this wire. This wire here is, again, where I'm waving my finger, that's the Kawasaki bike cable, and there's literally no spare room to work with that. So I chose a relay with this wire, so you can get the contact made, and then when you're putting this this new relay in there, you can just use your fingers and get it back on that flat like metal blade in there. You can take the battery out, and make more room, but I chose not to do that with this choice. It works out real well. Around the front, I have swapped out the headlight with a nice market as a motorcycle bulb. There's 2 city lights, and these city lights, the only way to get to these is to take off all your cowling. You have to take everything off to get the whole headlight assembly down and out of the off the front of the bike to get at these 2. The headlight, you can actually move your handlebars to the left, and you can get your hand up in here. You can actually get your hand up. There's like a little corridor, and you start with a rubber covered connector, 3 pins like on the bulbs. Then around that, you pull that rubber covered connector straight back. There's a rubber donut that hugs the bulb and also fits on a flange or a ridge around the enclosure here. So that rubber donut you just kind of get that off. Then there's a little bail, a little arced bail, little wire. You use your finger and you just kind of push that around this little J metal, just to kind of get that off, and you just move that out of the way with your finger. And sorry, I got airplanes going overhead. I live near an airport. You get that little bail out of the way, and then your bulb's loose. It just comes right out. So you reverse it with your new LED bulb, put that in the socket, take that little finger, your finger with a little bail, and bring that bail down. It's under kind of like spring tension a little bit. And you just hook that underneath that little J hook. And then you put the rubber donut, tap that back on or push that back on around your bulb and around that ridge and seal that all up. It's all watertight. And the last thing, of course, is that rubber covered 3-pin connector. You just push that back on those 3 pins. So you can get that done here. You don't have to take anything apart to get to your headlight. These city lights you do. I also chose to put the genuine Kawasaki aux lights on here. So with all that, we're going to go over here and I'll show you what I've got. This is the original bulb, original Kawasaki, 3 pins, 3-pin base. The issue is with that rubber donut, you cannot exceed the diameter of this or this. This is a bulb I tried also. It got brighter. It's a Sylvania, but it's a better LED or a halogen bulb. You cannot exceed this diameter. You cannot exceed a lot of the specifications here for this base. Otherwise it won't fit. So I bought one that's from this company, AUXIO. It's marketed as a motorcycle, and it's only a single bulb. I wanted to just try it first, and it works great. The base looks like this. It fits. The next topic here is the blinkers. These are the original 4 bulbs, and the relay that I showed you under the seat. This is what I mean about just a flat like blade. It's on the relay, and it fits a rubber bumper like thing goes around here and around that little metal blade under the seat. It just pushes on. It's not a big deal. And again, what you need to buy is it's called a 2-pin or 2-prong. This connector holds 3 contacts, but one's not there, so it's just a 2-contact relay. There's a lot of these on Amazon. The one I chose with that little short wire pigtail, that saved me some grief. This is the bulb that went in to the blinkers and my city lights. There's just a they call it a wedge bulb. And the numbers are 194, also known as a whole bunch of other form factors. But these bulbs, whoops, these bulbs are slippery. You know, these bulbs are just a flat push-in wedge type. You've seen them around on other, I don't know, other kind of lights. These are the city lights. They're a much smaller bulb, but it's the same base, the same wedge pushed directly in. So I bought 10 of these. I've used 6. I'm a spares person, right? So I've got 4 spares if I need them down the road. The tail light is an old form factor, and I don't think I showed you that. By the way, the tail light here, it comes out real simple. You got 2 M4s, Allens. Then this whole top is just a cap. This whole top here comes off. And of course you get this out of the way, and you take your tools out of the way, and you can get to the socket. You just rotate that that socket like 30 degrees, and it just pulls straight out. Change your bulb and put it back in, and put your little tail cap back on with these 2 M4s. Real simple. And this is what I went with. Again, I didn't know how much room I had, because some of these bulbs, some of these type of bulbs can get large with the LEDs. They go a little crazy. Again, this bumped it up by probably 300% number of lumens coming off this bulb, the original bulb. And these are about 300% brighter than these. And these replacement LEDs are, oh my gosh, probably 600% brighter than what we started with on those city lights. So with that said, let's do a demo. The tail light is down here, and I also have this GB. It's a B as in Baker 47. It's a 47-liter case, and it sounds big, but you don't even see it in your mirrors. And I've installed LED upgrade, so I've got more brake lights, and we're going to light this up after we turn some lights off. And let's start with the just the headlight and the city lights. City lights are much brighter. I chose to use the same as the blinkers. You have to specify amber. They have to be yellow, right? Blinkers have to be yellow, because you can get those little wedge base bulbs in many colors. You have to stay with amber, so I chose the city lights going to amber just from the contrast standpoint. It just gets your attention. Again, I'm after safety. I'm after visibility. I want people to see me. And we're going to add to that the aux lights. And when I put this down in the light stream, you're going to see just how bright this thing is. Things get a little crazy because it's super bright, and I'm real happy with the way that all turned out. You can obviously tell. And now we'll look at some blinkers. Again, everything's amber because they're the same bulb. The city lights and the blinkers. The blinkers are so much more bright. out on the street, you can actually see the reflection off stop signs and yield signs. The original bulbs were just lame. I was not happy, so I thought, well, while I'm at it, we're going to go LED for all around the whole bike. And now back here for the brake light. There was some discussion about how the brake light had to be a red, red LED bulb. I beg to differ. I chose clear or white, and this thing gets your attention. The differentiation between just the tail light and the brake light is intense. And along with that, my GV-B47 has 2 more LED banks that have a lot of brightness also being thrown to the back. So I can't get back far enough to really show you everything at once here, but yeah, it's wonderful. And again, when I put the brakes on, I want people to see what I'm doing or where I'm going. Also, I bought some cheap reflective tape, and this stuff is intense. I got the high-vis yellow and white, and I put it on my helmet, and that's the jacket I use with the reflective piping. Again, I want visibility at day and night, and there we go. The helmet is it really reflects on the helmet. Those little tape strips I put on there, and little peel and sticks. So it shows up immensely. Again, you want safety. You want to be seen on the road. So there you have it from my high-tech lab from Dave's Garage. See you next time.